Hello everybody, wee Paddy from across the shop. I'm just going to turn this fan off. It's a warm wee room this I'm in. Now, good afternoon and welcome to the channel. Two things before I start, because I want to make this a quick video because I've been getting a wee bit long on my videos. I've been told off. Two things. The 3x2 open tag is still running. If you want to take part in that, please do. If you go down onto my channel and go down about 3 or 4, you'll see the 3x2 open tag. Read that, it'll tell you what to do and how to enter it. Let me know that you've entered it and I'll put you up on my playlist. There's about 8 up there if anybody wants to go and watch them. Even if you don't want to take part, go up into the playlist and watch them. There's some good ones, people choosing knives for different scenarios, so it's worth a wee look. Secondly, I want to do a wee shout out for LTK, Love Them Knives. This is an American man, and I'm sort of saying this more for probably a lot of my European subscriptions, who maybe don't know him. Very funny man, real knife enthusiast, buyer, seller, does the whole range of things. Great salesman. He can talk more than me. That's his big problem. Definitely. He can definitely talk. He talks more than I'll ever talk. But I talk sense, so there we go. But all joking aside, get over to see his channel. He has a great channel, and he does from simple cheap knives to very expensive knives. He sells knives for other people. He'll do a tabletop sale. You can buy early. He posts all around the world where feasible, and he'll not charge you the earth for doing it. So really nice man. Get over there, LTK. And apart from anything else, I'm doing this because, now don't tell him this, obviously. His wife's of Irish descent, so God love her. I just feel sorry for her, so I just wanted to get on and say sorry. And look, I'm here if you need to talk to somebody, just ask your husband. I'll give you my number and we'll have a wee chat, because it must be hard for you, bless you. Right, I'm getting on with the knife now. There's the knife. This is the knife. This is it, and it's called a Svord. For people who haven't seen one, it's spelt Svord. Now, when I first heard the name, I thought, oh, it must be from Switzerland, from somewhere in that part of Europe, or Sweden. But it's not. It's New Zealand, and it's a peasant's knife. And a really unusual, it's a friction folder. The blade's 2.5 inches, so this is legal for me to carry in my country, which is great because I don't get many knives that are legal for here that I actually want to carry. Spyderco do the ones, but to be honest with you, they're a silly price and I don't want to carry them anyway. This is lovely. Now, I'm saying this with a real big caveat. If you don't like sharpening knives, or if you aren't half decent at sharpening knives, run away now. Because this comes blunt. It really is a peasant's knife. It comes, I actually went in and checked a few reviews. It actually comes pretty blunt. There's a bulbous end on it that you have to work through. I done it last night to get ready for this review, but I didn't mind doing it, and it'll get better. The more I do it, the better the sharpness will get. It's sharp enough now to do a day's work, if you know what I mean. It's made of high carbon stainless, it says, but to be honest with you, I'm going to put some mineral oil on it. I wouldn't be over sure on that. But it's lovely the way they've left. It's just a blank, a bit of metal blank, and they've just done the edge, and they really did it terribly. But it's, as I say, it's friction. It's run by, literally, you just tighten down these two bolts. This one here is stiff. This one is closed solid. So when you close it, you just push that in there and that jams it in. And it sits in my pocket this way because I put on one of my wee clips. You've all seen them. I'm not going to go through the clip. It just clips on and hangs in my pocket. It's too big to float around the bottom of the pocket. And once it's in the pocket, you don't feel it because the weight of this... Oh, turn it on, Stephen. I thought it was going to go right there, right? The weight of this is 1.6 ounces, so it weighs absolutely nothing. Do you want that in grams, do you? For us Europeans, I can't be doing with these grams. I didn't do them at school. It's 45 grams. So, I mean, it really does weigh nothing. We'll give you the length overall is 17 centimetres and the blade is 6.3 centimetres. And in real measurement, that's 2.5 inches, and the length of it is 6 3/4. So, lovely little knife. Absolutely lovely. Now, the one thing I'm going to say, it is a friction folder, right? And it holds it in tight there. It's not going to come out in your pocket. Or it hasn't anyway yet. This is the way you can open it one-handed, so you don't have to open it two-handed. And because, if I show you this slowly, right, because I'm pushing that out like that, and as I'm opening it, the tang is in here, so that blade can't come down on me unless I move my hand, yeah? So you just walk it out and that's it. There, it's in place. And once it's in place, it is so secure, really, really secure, especially in that grip. So if you want to do some heavy task, that's the best way to hold it, because I can push as hard as I like and that's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Like that, you can feel a bit of give. It's not going to get you, but, you know, the worst you're going to do is knock it and it's just going to give it a wee jolt. It's not going to do anything. So that's it. And I think it's a lovely looking knife. And it is, as I said, it's a New Zealand peasant knife. I think it's about 400-year-old recipe. And it comes in that wee clear plastic tube there. That's all it comes in. And it comes with this. It comes with a bit of bump. So I'm going to bring this up. And if I was you, I would stop and record and read that, because that is so funny. It's a humorous rundown of the knife. Available only to a first-class peasant. Are you good enough? They really have made a... And it's not a joke knife, because it is one that's been going for 400 years. Obviously, they didn't have plastic and brass screws. But it comes in wood. You can buy it in a wooden handle. And it comes in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different colours, from orange, blue, green, red, white, yellow, black. All the colours you like. I bought this from haines. It's a company in England. I'll put the name down below. Along with LTK. I'm not good at putting magic things in, so you just push it. So you'll just get the names and you'll have to type them into your computers. I haven't learned that yet. I'm not, well, you all know I'm computer stupid. But a lovely knife, and I have to say, I'm going to enjoy carrying this. There's not many knives that are UK legal that I like, and I genuinely love this. Once you get over the sharpening bit. If I put something down, here's another peasant's knife, and that's an open L knife. That's probably my hardest work knife that I've ever had. I've had this for years now, and it has been well and truly, it's been sharpened on anything, a wall, everything. And it's still going, it's still razor sharp. That will cut you in two, it really would. Thin blade stock. The blade stock in this is quite thin. I think it's 1.2 millimeters. It's 2 millimeters at the most, but it is a thin wee knife. But it's a sturdy. It's not like, there's nothing flimsy about this, and there's no wiggle or movement, nothing, because you tighten it up, and it's just a big flathead screwdriver. You tighten it up, and there's no movement. It honestly is really very secure. Let's give you something else, just in case you wouldn't have that. There's a Delica. Delica's a bit bigger, but the blade length is about the same on the Svord. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I'm sort of saying it in a Swedish way, and I'm not sure how New Zealand... I don't know any New Zealanders, but if you do come across one, ask them and let me know. And I think it's really opened up my eyes a wee bit, because it's another form of knife. I love peasant knives. I love the history of them, and finding out about this was great. And the same with the open L. That was why I bought it, because it was a traditional old knife. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to look out for different countries and their cheapest knives. I don't want posh knives. I want their cheapest knives that cost a couple of pounds, that peasants or the poor people would have used 200-300 years ago, 100 years ago. So that's what I'm on the lookout for. The son's going to Spain next month, so I'm going to ask him to get me one of the cheap Spanish ones. They have a wooden handle one, much like the Open L, and I'm going to see if I can build up a wee collection of that, because to me that's exciting. It's $20. I think it's a wee bit over the top, considering it wouldn't cut my skin when I got it, but saying that, $20, yeah, well, It's all right. To be honest, they'll get $20 worth of use. I can tell you that. Now I haven't really got much paper. Right. Do you know, this is what I pulled out of my wife's bin. I don't know why it was in her craft room, but that's just breakfast cereal box. So she's sharp now. She'll do a day's work. She'll do a day's work. Sharp wee knife now, but she isn't as sharp as I'd like it. It's one of those things that I'll work on it over the next few weeks and get her sharp. So I'll show you how it works once again. It's just a tang. It's one piece. It goes in, and to get it undone, you just push down and walk it, and your hand is pushing that tang in again. I'll just show you. The hand's in, the tang's in there. You push it down, it's locked, away you go. To close it, it literally is just take your finger out of the way of the path down, push it down and push it into there. Okay, you don't want to push that too far because there is a bolt that just goes right through there and it would catch it, but there's plenty of space and it keeps it still. I use that because I don't like cars too big to carry in my pocket. So there we go, there's the Svord knife, a New Zealand peasant knife, new to me. I'm sure it's not new to an awful lot of you, but for me, because I don't mind sharpening it, I love it. It's going to get an awful lot of carry time from me. So there we go. I think that's it. I've nothing else more to say, have I? All right, Mrs. Love Them Knives, if you need me, give me a wee shout. Paddy's away. Bye.